Spider-Man Brand New Day movie part 2 review. Um so Jean Grey ends up being uh the one that controlled everybody that was going after Spider-Man. And Spider-Man ended up finding a way to track her down and ended up pinpointing her limits of where to control people's minds, I guess, is within 33 meters. And so while he was um, experimenting on that, and he started mutating and having problems with mutations. Well, when he took off this device that suppresses mutations, he fully went organic web, and he actually got stronger, and his senses became better, and he actually used spider sense for the first time ever. So he beat the hand's ass trying to get to Jean Grey, and Jean Grey was going to kill this guy that killed her sister. Uh, but the Punisher intercepted. He ended up uh, getting ready with a sniper rifle. But Jean Grey went in Peter Parker's mind finally because she couldn't earlier. He wouldn't. He was immune to it, I guess. But then he allowed her to see in his mind. It was a memory of Aunt May talking to Peter Parker. Well, Aunt May ended up talking to Jean Grey like she was talking to Peter Parker in this memory. And so it made Jean Grey understand who Spider Man is. And so she relates to him, and, they become friends. Because she said, I don't have nobody. And Spider Man says that you have me now. So. And then all of a sudden, you heard a gun click, and Punisher was going to snipe Jean Grey, but ended up sniping Spider Man instead in the back or midsection, whatever. So he saved Jean Grey's life, and he started bleeding all over the place, and Punisher panicked, and so he was carrying Spider Man to the hospital, and they didn't think he was going to make it, and Punisher felt bad. But if it wasn't for Jean Grey uh, helping Spider-Man stay alive with her telekinetic abilities, somehow he would have died. But her and Punisher saved his life, and just like they saved the Hulk's life when they got him out of the building, and you know, yeah. So the Punisher is sitting there in the hospital room with a, now a unmasked Spider-Man, Peter Parker. So he now knows who Spider-Man is, and they are talking like they're brothers, And Parker wakes up trying to and gets up and said he needs to leave. So Punisher says, "Go on, kid. I got an idea." So he sneaks out, and this mob crowd of Spider-Man fans, because they all heard about what happened. So Parker sneaks out through the crowd, and Punisher's distracting everybody through the window, and he's got Spider-Man's mask and sleeve, hand gloves, whatever, And he started waving, and he goes, "Ah, ah." That was pretty fucking funny. But yeah, that ended up being the moral of the movie. You know, the yeah. So nobody really dies in this movie at all, if I remember correctly. Yeah, nobody dies in this movie. Um, the Hulk looked its best. This version's Hulk's best. This Spider-Man is this version of Spider-Man. I think this was his best look, his best acting term, uh, best movie. I think it's better than the last one. Um, and well, NJ has a different boyfriend, so she's still not with him, I guess. But at the end of the movie, after sneaking out of the hospital, he ended up going to this flower shop or whatever cafe, and he ended up seeing Ned, his best friend. And since MJ already knows who he is and remembers, so he ends up doing the handshake, hot fist bump, high five, whatever that they did, and then it dawned on Ned that he knows who Peter Parker is. And that was the end of the movie. And there's a post-credit scene that has a app called Spider Tracker. It keeps track of where Spider-Man is. At the post-credit scene, it shows where Spider-Man is way over in outer space somewhere. So I guess that's a hint for Doomsday. I guess. So I don't know. Uh, Black Widow was in this. Her sister Yelani is the new Black Widow. So Black Widow was in this. She had a weird scene. She was skitty dipping in a pool that she calls her office, and she made Spider Man get naked, but he wouldn't, so he was in his underwear and mask, like in the comic books. And she was helping out via Skype or whatever. But the best moment for I think for me was Spider Man, the Hulk, Punisher, and Jean Grey in the same scenes. So it was pretty damn good. Hulk looked fantastic. I wonder if that's the same Hulk that was in Wolverine versus or Wolverine Deadpool movie. So, and he kind of turned gray at the end of his run in that movie. So yeah, it was a pretty damn good movie. I give it a 10 out of 10. Best movie of the year until Doomsday comes out. That looks good. So yeah, that's all you had to do from the beginning, Marvel. I don't know why you had to change a lot of shit. To get woke almost from the beginning. But yeah, I think Sadie Sink should have been MJ. Every actor was good. Every character is good. So I gave it a 10 out of 10. Go see it.